Hey, what's up? It is Hawk. Welcome back to an episode of Hawk's Podcast. Today's episode, I forgot the number of this episode. It should be episode 40 something. It is February 13th, 2025. It is 11:14 a.m. as I'm recording this, so it's around 11 a.m. And in today's podcast episode, I'm doing something a little different. In the past podcast episodes I have recorded, I have done reaction clips, mostly reaction clips throughout the series so far, just because it's been the easiest thing to do. But today, I thought I'd do something different. I thought I'd go ahead and do a cover, well, not a cover, but do a breakdown of Valentine's Day. A little breakdown of Valentine's Day, school crushes, something that we can all relate to. And that's the topic of today's video. It's not going to be too long. It's about a 10-minute conversation, so let me get straight into it. So, according to Microsoft Copilot, sorry for that audio. I'm checking my channel right now. I want to see if what I've uploaded, what episode numbers. This is episode 46. It's episode 46. So for episode 47, I want to do a non-reaction video, but just talk a little bit about, like I said before, Valentine's Day and school crushes, because it is the 13th. It's almost that time again, once a year. Last year I uploaded, before I get into Valentine's Day, a brief history of Valentine's Day and school crushes and my personal experience with that. Last thing I uploaded for Valentine's Day was when it was last year. It was last year, and it was a Archive podcast episode. So basically, what I did in that episode, and I did 4 of those. Wow, I did 4 of those in a row. Okay, so that was like a past reaction I did previously before. Okay, but anyways, that's not related to this video. I'm sorry. I just want to see what I've done in the past. Okay, so that was February 14th, 2024. Man, 2024 is all over the place. If I did more content like this in 2024, I feel like I'd have more uploads on this channel, Hawk/A-Prime-X, but it's all good. I already have over 100 videos on this channel, but anyways. So, episode 47. This is going to be a non-reaction clip, but we're still going to talk about something interesting, something fun, something related to this time of year, Valentine's Day, and the concept of school crushes and my personal experience. So, let's get straight into it. So, I'm going to be using Microsoft Copilot a little bit. It's not sponsored, of course, because I only have, how many subscribers do I have as of right now? 40? I have 40 subscribers on this channel. On the second Hawk, I have 850, but that's music, so I don't really count that. But it's still dope to still get subscribers and have an audience. So, but regardless, this is the history of Valentine's Day according to Copilot. So this is 3 bullet points on the cover. First and foremost, the history of Valentine's Day, Roman festivals. So it originates from the Roman festival Lupercalia, a fertility celebration in mid-February. And this Valentine's Day is associated with Saint Valentine, who is a 3rd century Roman priest who performed secret marriages. He was executed on February 14th, and the date later honored him. So Saint Valentine, the name is after Saint Valentine, and he was executed on the day that people celebrate Valentine's Day. Middle Ages. So in the Middle Ages, people became the Middle Ages became associated with romantic love, thanks to poets like Geoffrey Chaucer, and traditions like exchanging love notes began in the Middle Ages. So that's 3 bullet points on the history of Valentine's Day. My laptop is my laptop's about to die. I do not want to record this video again. I do not want to do this again. 36 minutes remaining yet. My laptop is blinking. Can I finish this? Can I finish this video? I'm about to do this one again. But anyways, school crushes. So, you can tell this is still early in the podcast. This is episode 47, but I haven't been consistent over the past almost 3 years since I've started this podcast. Alright, so it's still kind of new to me. Anyways, school crushes. I'm going to be more consistent this year. School crushes. So, according to Microsoft Copilot and wherever they got the information, school crushes can be symbolized by butterflies. So, for example, the excitement or the feeling of seeing your crush and the nervousness that follows. Okay, passing notes, which means communicating secretly through handwritten notes. Okay, Valentine's Day cards, exchanging cards with classmates, sometimes receiving one from your crush confessions, the brave act of revealing your feelings, group activities, the opportunity to spend time with the crush through school projects and clubs, and dreaming about the future, daydreaming about potential dates and relationships through your crush. So, K through 12, I didn't really have that many crushes. I can't really say that. I did have obviously you're going to find people attractive when you're in school, even through K through 12. You're obviously still kind of focused on school, and even I remember K through 12, I wasn't really tapped in with that because I was just kind of having my own interests. I was interested in video games. I even had I was interested in video games. I had other things that I found interesting before I turned 18. They didn't really matter, and even post turn 18, I haven't really seriously considered dating. I've never dated. I haven't seriously dated ever. So for me, crushes are kind of a way to gauge what you're into in a way. Like, who could you potentially date? Like interests, hobbies. Like you like music. That's kind of general. If you like music, video games, stuff like that's general stuff. But I mean, I know people, take dating serious with your school. You're supposed to take dating serious. You're supposed to, go ahead and find the person that is meant to be with you. Through dating, that's the whole point of dating. Anyways, you're not really dating to just be casual. That only really happens when you're like in college age. And let me tell you, as a post college graduate, I did not get that experience, unfortunately, because the first 2 years were basically tainted by the COVID-19 pandemic. It was like 2020, 2021, and 2021, 2022. Even in 2021, 2022, I moved to Seattle, to the University of Washington. And that entire time, most of my classes were online. And a lot of things that were done, like clubs and stuff like that, were done online. Especially during the winter 2022 season because COVID-19 was still running rampant. So it was harder for me to kind of pursue crushes. It was kind of like, oh man, I can't even do what I want to do out here. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, meeting people, developing a proper relationships and stuff like that. I can't really do that because we in a pandemic. So, you know what I'm saying? I did have like this mock-up date thing that I did in spring 2022 where I kind of like a mock-up thing where I was talking to someone online. She was like a business girl, you know what I'm saying? Supposedly, she was a business girl. And it was like May to like June of 2022. And it was through the internet, so I can't really confirm if this was real. But I did have that conversation with this girl, and that's the last time I even talked like that ever. That's the only time I ever had like a online relationship thing. You know what I'm saying? And it was interesting. I think she was older than me. I was a sophomore in university, and we just talked, generally about business and just in general stuff. She's like, you better not be talking to another girl. It's like, this can't be real, man. This can't be real. You better not be talking to no other girl. This is crazy. But I was kind of like, wow, okay, so this is a general kind of like an introduction. It's a good entry point into potentially dating because I was turning 20 at the time because, I was born in 2002, so I was turning 20 at the time. So I was like, let me see if I can step into this field. Dating, of course, I had to, you know what I'm saying, because I do want to start a family someday. So I have to practice because you can't just go into dating and go into, something like that without practicing. You have to practice dating. You have to practice meeting people and talking to people. So even through the internet, it was a valuable experience. And I remember in July, she just randomly stopped talking to me the day of. So I found her in the middle of I started talking to her in the middle of spring 2022, and then she randomly stopped talking to me by the end of the summer, not end of summertime, it was the beginning of summer, but the end of the school year, which was the end of June 2022. So this relationship lasted from the middle of spring 2022 up until the end of June 2022, and it was an online relationship. I'm not going to reveal the race. Can I say the race? I mean, it's just the race. She was an Asian girl. And yeah, I never really did that. I never really had a crush on an Asian girl growing up, so it was interesting, to say the least. And it was informative to get some sort of relationship going, even if it was through the internet. I personally think it was real. I mean, because you never know, it could have been fake, but I'm pretty sure it was real. It was a real relationship because it's an internet relationship. So sometimes people scam through internet relationships, stuff like that. But she wasn't really trying to scam me. She was just well, she coincidentally just stopped talking to me the moment afterwards, and she cut off all contact. I think it's because I didn't respond to her late at night, so it felt like I was doing something else. Did she think I was moving with other joints? Like I was really moving girls? I was not. I was not doing any of that in 2022. Let me tell you, I was not entertaining any of that, nor was I even able to because I wasn't even in the best shape I wasn't even in the best shape. I was actually kind of overweight at the time. So it's kind of surprising to think that, that ended because of just randomly ended. And coincidentally, the day I was going back home for school, that's when coming back home, that's when this relationship is over. And I remember I was listening to Man, this is crazy. This is crazy too. But I guess I'll just be on the podcast. I was listening to a Yo No Soy Ecleso by Bad Bunny, produced by Tiny. This is a song off his 2022 Un Verano Senti. And it was like, I was in my feelings listening to that joke because I was like, oh my God. Did I really just, because at the very end, that's when I started to be like, okay, maybe this can go on to summertime, and then I just cut off. Not cut off, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but like, maybe this goes a little bit into summertime, and then we just, sometimes the relationship just kind of ends because you stop talking. But I thought this was going to go a little bit further than just a random stop at the very moment I was leaving for university. So sometimes, coincidences do happen. I could talk about more about that relationship later. I just wanted to kind of generally touch on it because it's Valentine's Day, so it just makes sense for me to kind of discuss. I never discussed on the podcast before, I don't think. But it's been a couple years now, so I think I can just let it out. And I'm done with school, university. I'm not going back probably. So that's about it for my K through 12 / college university days. So I think I'll talk about that relationship more in a different podcast. Maybe the next one, I don't know, because it's still Valentine's Day. The month is Valentine's Day, basically. That's the only real main holiday this month anyways. So, yeah, man. So, let's see. School crushes, that was the only time as a actual, like, adult, young adult at least, because I'm still young adult, because I'm 18 to 25 years old. But as a young adult, that's the only time I've had like a somewhat of a relationship, sort of, through the internet. Could have been a scam, I don't know. But let me just say that definitely did kind of threw me off a little bit at the beginning of summer 2022. Because I was like, this just randomly ended the moment. I'll talk about that more later in a different podcast. So maybe podcast 48 because it's congruent. But as for school crushes, I did have a school crush once on campus when I was on university. This is like spring of 2023. And I did have a crush on this one girl. And, I couldn't really do nothing because it seemed like she was messing with people on like a different team. Like, it didn't seem like things were, as a bit cliche, things were aligning right. So I was kind of like, I thought she looked good. I thought she was all right. I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm really seriously willing to date. So I was just kind of like, she looks good, and that's the only time I ever saw somebody on that campus. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be. I'm saying in terms of what I saw, because I saw in these yoga pants, like, oh my God, let me tell you. But not trying to be, not trying. I'm just being funny, I'm saying. So obviously when I saw in the yoga pants, I'm not ruining the joke, but trying to be respectful, but also trying to be funny is a hard line to bounce. But I mean, I thought she looked good. This is spring 2023, and it kind of distracted me for like a week afterwards. It was like, cause she was wearing the same clothes I was wearing, and it was, oh my goodness, bro, it was so weird, man. Cause my mind for some reason was puzzle piecing. I don't know why I was puzzle piecing so much in my head at the time. I was like, she was wearing green pants. I had something green going on, and then, oh my God, I was wearing a purple shirt one day. She was wearing purple. Like, I was just overthinking the hell out of that thing, and I just wish I didn't, because it distracted me for a little bit in the spring. But by the end of the spring, I was good, because I didn't see her afterwards. I think she might have been a senior, so it was just kind of like and I was a junior at the time, so it was kind of like at the University of Washington. So I was kind of like, this, she look alright, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not there yet, I don't think. I might have seen her again in spring of 2024 in the gym, so that might have been her, because I'm trying to think what last time I saw her. But yeah, regardless, you know what I'm saying, that's pretty much it. I mean, in terms of crushes, Valentine's Day, I said this video is going to be shorter, man, and it ended up being a 14-minute clip, but that's actually good, and my laptop's about to die, so I'm going to wrap up this podcast episode. So Valentine's Day, hopefully you guys have a blessed Valentine's Day. If you guys celebrating the 2025, I had a good time recording the Marbles podcast episode last year, or editing that podcast episode last time. I'm going to have to watch that again, but hopefully I'll be back soon, very, very soon, with another episode of Hawks Podcast episode. This is episode 47. Hope you guys know the last one, which is a rewind of 2024. It was a reaction clip, so this is my first time doing a non-reaction podcast episode, but I think this went well. And I can talk about this more later on. I don't want to overextend this. It's kind of like a test run to see how this goes. But that's pretty much it for this episode. And yeah, God bless. If you guys celebrate Valentine's Day, have a blessed Valentine's Day. I'm not going to be celebrating this year. This year, I'm definitely single. I'm definitely having no crushes this year. So, you know what I'm saying? Even last year I didn't have anything. 2023 vaguely, 2022, but I mean like I'm having nothing this year. Me and my boy, we were discussing this on Discord. We have nobody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? This Valentine's Day, so anyway, man. But that's it for this podcast episode. So have a blessed night, evening. Hope you guys see you guys soon. God bless. All right, peace out. Yes, sir. Just hold on tight. Stay optimistic.